star-studded game where knowledge is king and Lady Luck is queen.
Live from the 8-Bit Studio in Brisbane, Australia, it's the internet's most exciting half hour of video game trivia. Welcome to the Hungry Game Show. And now, your humble host, Brandon White.
Thank you for that fantastic introduction, Chuck Fresh. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hungry Game Show, a podcast testing some of the best and brightest minds from within the video game community about their favorite game. And on this, the 12th episode of the Hungry Game Show, our battle takes is treasure hunting, traversing the globe in search of riches, Mongolian oil lamps, and the Sintamati stone. It is the second title released in the franchise and is quite often spoken about as not only the best entry in the Uncharted series, but also one of the best video games of all time. We're talking about none other than 2009's PlayStation 3 release, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. And today's competitor needs little introduction, but we're going to do it anyway. He's the co-founder and lead programmer of up-and-coming New Zealand-based indie studio Rainbite. He's also quite the Sony Platinum Trailblazer. You can find him on the socials at Jared Trail. Jared Trail, welcome to the Hungry Game Show, man. How the bloody hell you doing?
Hello, I'm doing good.
It is good to have you here in the studio, or in the satellite studio, we should say, for the 12th episode of the Hungry Game Show. You've selected Uncharted 2 Among Thieves as your title that you're going to take down in the Trivia Battle Arena. Did you want to share some info maybe about why you picked this title, some history with this game, and maybe a little bit about yourself as well?
Sure, yeah. I mean, the reason why I picked it, because I felt like it was probably the one out of Uncharted that I probably knew the most about, right? I hope so. But it was one that on PS3, I remember playing the beta, getting like the beta code and stuff, playing the online multiplayer before it came out, pretty sure, and doing all that, and then getting it and playing it a lot. I think I must have played it at least like 8 times through, probably, which is a lot for the game at that time, probably.
You are a sucker for punishment, but I guess that's a sign of a good game, and probably mirrors what is probably universal praise of this game from most people that have at least tried it once, whether it be on the PlayStation 3 or the the enhanced, more prettier version, you could say, that came out on the PlayStation 4 a few years down the track. You've played this through 8 times.
I was taking a guess, but like, I mean, I've at least played it through, because to platinum it twice, because you have to get it with the Uncharted collection and you have to play it originally. You gotta do like normal or whatever and get crushing difficulty, and then you gotta do it again for the remaster. So I at least played 4 times, and I'm sure I played it again just because, for the fun of it.
Well, I admire that hustle and dedication. So yeah, as I sort of mentioned in the lead off there, you're one of the main men behind Rainbite, which is a fantastic New Zealand-based studio. Did you want to share a little bit more info about that and what you've got coming up?
Yeah, sure. So we've just 3 guys in New Zealand, came out from Auckland and stuff, making indie games, and we made our first game Reverie and released on PS4, Vita, and Switch, so you can buy that if you want. But upcoming is Trigger Witch, coming out early next year, and that'll be on at least like PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox.
Can't wait for that. Have you got a rough idea? Like, are you thinking sort of Q1? Is it Q1's where you're leading towards?
It's gonna be Q1. If it's not Q1, it's going to be gone on too long, Okay. We're hoping it'll be out like at least then, yeah.
Well, yeah, I personally can't wait just to sort of see what you guys have got cooking there with Trigger Witch. I've seen a lot of sort of box art and sort of little trailers and whatnot, and it's pretty freaking adorable, but it's also got a little bit of teeth to it with the amount of destruction you're doing with that firepower. So sign me up. Yeah, so the Hungry Game Show, Jared, for if you may or may not know, it's sort of an infotainment-oriented game show where we're going to pit you against your game of choice, which obviously is Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. The show itself is broken up into 2 sections. We've got a multiple choice section where it's going to be an A, B, C, or D answer. Only one correct answer in those 4, obviously. And then we've got a rapid fire section to go on after that, which is really going to hype things up and test your Uncharted mettle. But you don't have to do this alone. You do have 2 lifelines available, but bear in mind that using a lifeline will limit you as far as the points awarded. So the multiple choice, you're going to get a maximum of 2 points per correct answer. And in the rapid fire, you're going to get 1 point per correct answer. But if you use a lifeline, it's going to cut that to a maximum of 1 point. So you're still going to get the 1 point in the rapid fire if you use a lifeline. But in the multiple choice, it's going to cap you at 1 point. And those two lifelines in question, the first one is Phone My Friend, where I'm going to call a random person from within my contacts list for support and assistance. Obviously, support and or assistance may vary. There's no guarantee they've played this game or any game, mind you. It could be my grandparents, could be the neighbor down the road. Don't know why I've got their number, but that's a story for another day. But it is a little bit of a dice roll there. And the other one is 50-50. So it's fairly self-explanatory. We remove 2 incorrect answers, increasing your chance to picking the correct answer from 25% up to 50% for multiple choice. And if it's going to be used in the rapid fire, I might just give you a strong hint. So obviously we can't split the answers in that. So yeah, a stronger hint, hopefully give enough breadcrumbs to find your way to the answer there. So have you got any questions, comments, concerns before we maybe jump into this and get things going?
No, I think I'm ready. I feel like I'm prepared enough. See how I do. I don't want to be too confident. I feel like I feel like I'll do okay. We'll see.
That's all right. So there's a maximum of 40 points available. And at this stage, no one has scored under a pass. So everyone has scored either 21 points or above. So Salim the Dream, Salim Abrahams in dead last on 21 points. As long as you get above 21, I think you can hold your head high. So that's the measuring stick. Dane Peavy is at the top of the list on 37 out of 40. He went God tier on Celeste way back when, I think on maybe episode 6 or 5, and no one has come close. Oh, well, a few people have come close since, but yeah, he's a bit of a savant as far as that game goes. But let's get things going, maybe with a little bit of background tension to really set the scene. Which of the following quotes open the game? A.
God.
I did not tell half of what I saw, for I knew it would not be believed. B. It is not the voice that commands the story, it is the ear. C. The true sweetness of wine is one flavor. Or D. Without stones, there is no march.
All right.
Which of those quotes open the game?
Now, I'm not 100% sure it opens it, but I did look at the Wikipedia before I did this, and I think it's A. What was A again, sorry?
A is, I did not tell half of what I saw, for I knew it would not be believed.
Yeah, so that's a Marco Polo quote, as far as I am aware, and I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay. You want to settle with A and see where it lands you?
We'll go with A. It's the only one I recognize, so I'm sure I'll choose that one.
Let's see if you are correcto on this one.
That is brilliant, mate.
You are correct, and that was uttered by Marco Polo on his deathbed in 1324. So you're off to a cracking start, 100% strike rate, 2 for 2 as far as maximum points on hand. But let's see if you can keep that going as we move into question number 2. Speaking of openings, Uncharted 2 Among Thieves has what many say as the best opening scene/sequence within the video game universe. Where does said scene/sequence take place? A. In a plane. B. The top of a mountain. C. In a train. Or D. At a Pizza Hut.
Well, it's not the last one, but it's I mean, it's not a trick question, I assume, but it's kind of B and C, but it's more C. As you start in the train, then you climb out onto a mountain.
Yeah.
But I would say it's C.
Okay, you're gonna go C. Let's consult the judges on that one and see if you are correct.
No problem.
You are indeed correct. Yeah, there was some wordplay there. Like you do sort of climb out of the train onto a mountain, but not really the top. You're sort of just almost traversing to the side of it. So
yeah.
But if you argued it strong enough, if you committed to B, I probably would have given it to you anyway. But yeah, that opening, balls to the wall straight off the bat, like it just grabs you straight away and just draws you in, and I adore that. I remember playing it way back when, was that 2009? So I would have been, a young man then in my early 20s, and yeah, so memorable.
Yeah, it's definitely the best intro out of all of the Uncharted games, I would say. I guess you're definitely, because you're just into it. You're in the middle of the game essentially, but you kind of get thrown into that point. And it's pretty action-packed, yeah, climbing out of that train, having to jump out and everything.
I loved it. All right, let's see if you can keep this going as we move on to question number 3. What is the name of the main villain of the game? the fugitive war criminal that Elena is hunting, and the one that Drake is determined to stop? A. Gabriel Roman. B. Zoran Larezovic. C. Atok Navarro. Or D. Eddie Raja.
So that one's B. I don't want to be too cocky, but I was just going to say the answer before you give him the stuff, but it's Zoran Lazarevic.
You can if you like. You know, I don't mind a little bit of cockiness and a bit of
I don't want to be especially wrong if I do that, though.
All right, let's see how you land on this one.
I'm stupid, you're smart. I was wrong, you were right. You're the best, I'm the worst. You're very good looking, I'm not attractive.
You are 110% correct. It was B. And for a bonus point, how are the 3 incorrect answers from question number 4 related to the Uncharted universe?
All right, I can do that. So wait, you want me to give them which game they're in, or like how the characters are connected to each other or something?
You could just tell me how they're tied into Uncharted. Like, it could be as simple as that.
All right, so all 3 of the other ones are in Uncharted 1.
I will take that. That is
win.
100% correct. So you are, what's that now? 9 points out of a maximum of 9 points. Mate, you had nothing to worry about. You said you hadn't really done much research, but you're just breezing through.
Well, I've just played it. I've played these games a lot.
That is confirmed. Potentially eight run-throughs. So I'd hope you'd retain some information on those playthroughs. That's for sure. All right, question number 5. How many chapters make up the game?
Oh, God, I don't know this one. Okay, go on.
A. 24. B. 25. C. 26. Or D. 420. Blaze it.
You put them all too close together, you know, it's a bit hard. I know it is a lot. I remember going through and being like, man, there are a lot, especially when you get back to that train section and you're only like, it's like at 18 or something. You're like not that far through. Oh, man. Because you think about like, is it like an epilogue or something, you know?
Yeah.
What did you say? 24, 25, 26 is what you had, right?
Correct, and then 420 blaze it, which I think we could
probably
probably eliminate from the options here.
24 feels right. I don't know if it's even worth doing a 50-50 because I'll probably still get it wrong, so I'm going to just do 24.
Does it feel right? Are you sure?
I'm just going to go with it. It could really just be any of them. I would do 24 or 26. 25 feels wrong for some reason, but if
okay.
that's right,
so what do you say? Remember, you've got 2 lifelines, but you could just go with your gut as well. So you're looking at 24 or 26.
I mean, like, I don't think a phone a friend's going to help, but if you do a 50-50 and just give me 24, and well, if you give me any of them, I don't even know. We'll go 24.
You go 24? Okay.
Go.
Final answer, we're locking it in.
But you have played your last hand and lost.
Sorry, mate, it is actually 26.
Damn.
There is a lot of damn chapters in this game, and I remember the same thing playing this, thinking, surely I'm close to the end, and it just kept going and going and going, but yeah, Uncharted, they just love their chapters. I can't remember how many were in Uncharted 4. It might have been 26 or so too. Again, right?
Yeah, that one kind of stretches on a little bit as well.
Yeah, yep. But still phenomenal games, great franchise. All right, question number 6. Actor Nolan North, who actually played Nathan Drake, has stated that when he met Hollywood producer/writer/director J.J. Abrams, he said something particular. That the opening of Uncharted 2 was the best opening of what? So, Nolan North had a discussion with J.J. Abrams, and Abrams stated that this is the best opening... ... A. It's the best opening because it makes so much more sense than Lost. B. It's the best opening, but man, that Nathan sure does kill a lot of dudes. C. It's the best opening of anything cinematic, TV, film, or game that he's ever seen. Or D. It's the best opening. And Rise of the Skywalker wasn't that bad.
Don't know if the timeline works out for that one, but yeah, okay. I feel like it could be C or B. I mean, like, because one of them is obviously like more of a... What was B again, sorry?
B is, man, that Nathan sure does kill a lot of dudes.
I feel like I've heard that before, but it also sounds like a joke answer, because C sounds obviously more serious.
So you're thinking C?
Oh, because what was A? I didn't even think A was a
A was, yeah, the best opening, and it makes so much more sense than Lost.
Yes, yeah, it shouldn't be that one. So, B or C, yeah. I feel like J.J. Abrams, he could do a jokey answer, I feel like, I don't know if I actually have heard this story specifically.
Do you think he was talking about how many people Nathan Drake kills, or that opening that we also referenced earlier about how great that was?
I mean, I feel like it's B, because I feel like, I mean, it is a good opening, but I don't know if he would say that it's the best of anything ever, like any kind of media, so I'm gonna go with B.
Sure? Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that you're sticking to your guns.
You just can't help yourself, can you?
Sorry, mate. It is actually C.
Wow.
J.J. Abrams says that the opening of Uncharted 2 was the best opening of anything cinematic. We're talking TV, film, or video game that he's ever seen. It's
That's interesting.
Big praise. Big praise.
I mean, I don't know what I would pick into, like, specifically to be like, this is the best thing ever, but I wouldn't think people would necessarily say Uncharted 2 is. But
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to know if there's a list out there that you could compare it to, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, a lot of things don't immediately come to mind, but if I had some time to dwell on it, I could probably think of some pretty impressive opening cinematics.
I guess it depends who you're talking to, right? You're talking to Nolan North, you're like, I'm gonna praise you.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. It was probably a little bit of praise and sort of a good pat on the back type of thing. But anyway, let's see if we can get you back in the winner's circle for question number 7. What was the original title for Chapter 14? A. Drake's on a Plane. B. The Long Kiss Goodnaith. C. Drake Blue Sea. Or D. Black Drake Moan.
Chapter 14, huh? I'm trying to even remember what that would even be. Because when you said the one on the plane, because so these are like development names, is what you're saying, right?
Correct. Yeah. So the development name for Chapter 14. But apparently as well, maybe there was, from what I read, there's a rumor allegedly that they could have got in a bit of trouble or hot water for utilizing this name too, due to potential copyright. So you've got Drake's on a Plane,
Yeah.
The Long Kiss Goodnaith, Drake Blue Sea, or Black Drake Moan.
I'm trying to think like I would think maybe A, but I'm pretty sure it's in Uncharted 3 where there's like a specific plane thing, and I'm like, was there even a plane in 2, like an iconic plane thing? Because I think 14 could be the train section possibly, as you're like on the train. Maybe it's not. I have no idea.
You don't want to overthink it.
No, okay.
Just
So
gotta go with your gut.
don't do A. What were the other ones again?
The Long Kiss Goodnaith, Drake Blue Sea, or Black Drake Moan.
I don't know.
You sure you don't want to do A? Do you?
I'm just trying to remember if there's even a play in that. Sure, let's just go A, because I mean the hints you've been giving make it seem like it could be A, but if not, I'd probably go C. But they don't really stand out. A's obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna go with A and see how that gets you going.
No problem.
You are correct. It is A. Drake's on a Plane. Original working title for Chapter 14. For a bonus point, I'd like for you to give me your best Samuel L. Jackson impression, because all 4 of those previous answer options were word plays on Samuel L. Jackson films. So obviously, Snakes on a Plane, The Long Kiss Goodnight, Deep Blue Sea, and Black Snake Moan. So yeah, I went deep into the Samuel L. Jackson archives there. And if you want an extra bonus point, throw whatever you got at me. I'll take a line from anything.
I don't know if I want to embarrass myself with the. I think I might leave the bonus point out.
We could phone a friend to utilize the bonus point if you wanted to try and embarrass somebody else.
Do I not lose a point though for phoning a friend?
No, because it's a maximum. Anything with a maximum 1, you're still going to get the maximum 1 point. So you could utilize it now if you like, or you could take a punt yourself. It's going to potentially guarantee you 1 point, because we could give them a point for effort too. If it's really bad, at least they're having a crack.
Can we call Jono to do it?
We could potentially call Australia's John O'Peck to do it. Let's see. if I can get him on the line here.
I'm sure he'll be around.
So we're going to utilize your phone, my friend here, for this question for the bonus point.
It could be dinner time, right? Well, it's nearly. What time would it be for him?
It is 20 to 7, so I guess it is peak dinner time. But you know what? To hell with his dinner schedule. We've got bigger fish to fry here.
At least he doesn't have to know anything about Uncharted. He just has to give an impression.
Let's see. I think I might have him here. So we are doing things differently on this episode of the Hungry Game Show. Instead of doing the phone my friend through the traditional mobile call, we're pivoting and going with the Zoom call. So that way we can get real-time interaction between contestant, phone my friend, and get a little bit of back and forth to maybe help Jared here find his way to the answer. And I think we've been joined here by Australia's John O'Peck, the man with the most unkempt hair I've ever seen. How you going, good sir?
I'm good. I want to know how New Zealand's Jared Trail's doing.
I feel like I'm doing good. I don't know. I mean, there's some ones that I was not prepared for. They're more like behind the scenes things, but I feel like for the ones that are game related, I've been doing good at.
He's doing very well. Only 2 incorrect answers so far, so he is on the right track to set a very, very competitive score here on episode 12 of the Hungry Game Show. So, John O'Peck, we are testing Jared's mettle against Uncharted 2 Among Thieves, and he has called you in on a rather unique question, actually. So this was for a bonus point, and I guess to give you a little bit of backstory, the previous question was trying to determine the original working title for Chapter 14, and they were all 4 of the answer options were plays on words from previous Samuel L. Jackson films. And for the bonus point, I asked Jared to give me his best Samuel L. Jackson impression. He has since refused, so he's called you in to give us a Samuel L. Jackson impression for a grand total of 1 point here. So, mate, we'll get a little bit of tense music here as you want to build up to it, and you can try and wow us with some Samuel L.
That's tough because we all know, like, every Samuel L. Jackson quote is like
Swearing.
an F-bomb.
Yep.
And I don't swear.
You could probably get an Avengers one in there. I'm sure he's got like an Avengers one, probably, right?
I'll try and think of like maybe channel a bit of Mace Windu or something.
Otherwise, just replace that F-bomb with like a mother flippin' or something.
A fudge.
A fudge, yeah. What do you got for us for 1 point here for Jared?
Is there music happening?
There's some background tension, yeah. You might not be able to hear it, or it could be very faint. Jared, you can still hear it, can't you?
It's faint, yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, I can't hear it, but... Oh, okay. So just imagine, I walk in the room with my purple lightsaber.
Yep.
I've got my homies with me. I stand tall and I say, "In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor."
Perfect.
That's all I got.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness, that's it's not bad. It's not bad.
Might have to add a bit of bass to it in post because
I think we can give you that point. I think that's a valid effort. If you feel like throwing a hat in the ring while we're here, Jared, and maybe embarrassing or maybe wowing the audience, I'll give out 2 points for this if you have a crack as well.
Gosh.
At anything. It could something be really, really short.
I feel like it would definitely be more embarrassment than wowing.
But 1 point, an extra point, that could go a long way from first or last.
I mean, I was going to do the snakes on a plane one because I feel like that one's easy, but...
Yeah, do that.
I just want to make sure I get it right. I'm going to find it. Give me a second. Oh, he's got some good ones like Pulp Fiction. Oh, that's not a very good one, actually. I'm sure it's number 1 on here. It's not. Oh yeah, alright. I mean, I don't even like necessarily know what his voice, I can't even remember his like voice specifically. I feel like... Alright, you ready?
Ready.
Yeah, we're ready.
I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Boom.
Flawless victory.
I can't remember if you can swear on this show or not, but I'm assuming.
Oh, you can swear.
Right.
We take anything but C bombs around here. So
it's Australia though. What do you?
I'm just not big on that word. It's one of them. It's a real dirty word.
It is.
But there you go, JP. JT, you've got yourselves 2 points out of a maximum 1 point somehow.
Look at that.
That's
I'm
impressive.
pleased to be useful. Yeah.
I didn't expect you to get summoned for a question like this, Australia's John O'Peck, but you did admirably.
I'm just glad that I could actually produce a point. You know.
Yeah, thank you. Needed that point.
All right. Anything else you want to say, JP, before we maybe show you the virtual door and get back into this game show?
I just hope it's not the 1 point that puts him over the edge to beat my score, if that's possible, but we'll see.
It's possible, and your score is 32.5, so we'll see how we go.
You got a fair bit to go then?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on 9 or something, right?
Yeah, we're in like the first third, so we're going into the second act now.
All right, congratulations. Good luck, and I'll probably talk to you later.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, maybe. All right. See ya.
Thanks, JP.
Bye.
There you go. That didn't go too badly. I got 2 Samuel L. Jackson impressions out of both of you. So
I don't know if I call them. They're less impressions, more quotes, probably. You know.
I'll take it. I figure it's a big win anyway. So let's keep moving back into question number 8. Nathan Drake travels to many exotic locations throughout Uncharted 2. Which of these places does he not visit? A. Tibet. B. Indonesia. C. Bonnie Doon. Or D. Turkey. Which of those places I just mentioned does Nathan Drake not visit in Uncharted 2?
What was C?
Bonnie Doon.
I'm sure that's a joke answer, but because I don't recognize that at all. So I feel like it's got to be C.
You're gonna go with C?
Yeah.
All right. Let's consult the judges here.
You win. Perfect.
That is correct. I totally didn't even think about it when I was putting that in as the joke answer. I thought it was going to be 100% a gimme, but then I realized I'm like, you're in New Zealand, you might not have watched the movie The Castle, which is like very Australian. Every Australian probably I've ever met has watched this at least half a dozen times. So it's like, it's part of our DNA. And they go to this fancy little coastal cesspool town called Bonnie Doon. So... Yeah, you are correct. So, bang on the money there as far as places you visit. Obviously, Drake and Flynn break into the museum in Turkey. And then from there, obviously, islands west off the coast of Borneo.
I thought you were going to say Borneo specifically, but it makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, and the wilds of Java, obviously both in Indonesia. And then obviously the majority of the game takes place in Tibet. So there you go. You're back in the winner's circle again, man. You're riding this momentum to dethrone JP's score. So let's see how you go with question number 9. Under which of these do Nathan and Chloe find a hidden chamber containing the directions to Shambhala? A. A temple. B. A furniture store. C. A hotel. Or D. An empty football field.
All right. I mean, I was pretty sure it was a temple, though there is hotel stuff that happens in 2. So what you were saying, it was when they find what? Sorry.
So they find a hidden chamber containing the directions to Shambhala.
Okay, yeah. If it's what I'm thinking of, it's definitely a temple. So I'm gonna go temple.
You're gonna go temple, which is A.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see how that goes with the judges.
That is correct.
You are indeed correct. Yeah, so they find it in a secret deep chamber, which was very, very deep beneath a temple. And obviously it led to a mountain path in the Himalayas. So you are correct, mate. Good wave of correct answer momentum going on. Let's see how you fare with question number 10. What, according to Drake's diary, is the Buddhist Holy Grail? A. The Sintamani Gem. B. The Nepalese Purba or Furba. C.
It's Purba, I think. Yeah.
The Treasure of El Dorado. Or D. The Hope Diamond.
I'm gonna say it's the Chintamani Stone because the Purba Dagger is something you get, but I feel like the Chintamani, that's like the main treasure thing. I can't remember specifically in the diary what it says, but I would go with that.
You're gonna go with A again?
Yeah.
Okay, final answer? All right, let's consult the judges. Correct again, my friend. It is the Chintamani Gem or Chintamani Stone. It's what is referred to in Drake's diary as the Buddhist Holy Grail. So we've got one more question in multiple choice before we pivot into rapid fire. Let's see if we can end this very strongly and dethrone Australia's Jonas Peck with his very rudimentary score. As is the Hungry Game Show tradition, we must also take a moment to discuss the film and music industries. And more specifically, what were the top performers in their field for the year of Uncharted 2's release, which is 2009. The answers, or potential answers I should say, are as follows. A. Poker Face by Lady Gaga and the movie Up. B. Love Story by Taylor Swift and the film Avatar. C. I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas and the movie District 9. Or D. Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas and the movie is Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. So we're talking about what is the overall Billboard Top 100 song winner and the highest grossing film for the year 2009.
Okay, I did prep this because I know you do this every time, but I must have looked up something different. but I'm pretty sure, because I'm pretty sure Avatar has to be the highest grossing film. But when I looked it up, it was Boom Boom Pow was at the top of some. It must have been top 100 singles or something.
Yeah, so that's what I'm referring to. So it's the top 100 singles or songs that were released in that year. And Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas is certainly on that list, as are the other three songs I mentioned. Remember, you still have 50-50 available as well, if you want to try and split the difference here.
I'm just trying to think what I did wrong, but I feel like Avatar. I'd be surprised if Avatar wasn't, because Avatar at the time was like the highest grossing film ever or something. So I feel like it has to be the one related to Avatar. So I'm just going to go with that.
You're going to go B, Love Story by Taylor Swift and the film Avatar.
Because what was the one with Boom Boom Pow? What was the movie related to that?
Transformers Revenge of the Fallen.
I hope that's not the highest grossing film, you know? Let's go with Avatar.
You don't want to use that 50-50?
No.
We'll keep it? Okay. Let's see what the judges have got to say.
The price is wrong, bitch.
Damn.
It was Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas and Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. So Avatar grossed $352 million and Transformers Revenge of the Fallen $402 million that year.
That's crazy.
It's a shame because those movies are rubbish.
But I feel like Avatar was like, I remember that being super special, like the big 3D thing, you know. I can't believe Transformers beat it.
Yeah, and secondly, I can't believe that the Black Eyed Peas had the number 1 and number 2 biggest songs for that year with Boom Boom Pow and I Got a Feeling. I hate that band so much. They are the worst.
I'm looking this thing up though, because I swear highest grossing film. Maybe it was just because Google just betrayed me.
I'm going to have to look it up too because I grabbed it.
It says 2009 Avatar from what I'm looking at. I'm not calling you a liar, but
highest grossing film of 2009.
Transformers is number 4 on this list that I'm looking at.
Where's my list coming from then? Because that stumped me too when I did it. I'm just trying to find the list that I worked off. Oh, I see why though. Because the film only came out on December 18th, 2009.
So that's how much money it made in 2009. Was that the problem?
Yeah. So I'm gonna double back now, and I'm gonna give you 1.5 points there because technically it is all time. Because it was one of the first like $1 billion film franchises. Yeah. So that was based wholly and solely off the year it was. So
how much money it made
in that year? So if it was out maybe a week earlier, I probably would have went over 400 million.
Yeah, Transformers came out in June, so that's a pretty big difference. Because you look at this final one on this, and it's got 2.7 billion compared to Transformers like 800 million, which is like.
Yeah. So we'll split the difference there.
Sure.
I'll have to just be clearer on my wording there. So if it's going to be of all time or just the year it was released. So that's interesting. That's the first time that's happened too. Because
normally it lines up, does it?
Yeah. Normally it lines up, but Avatar obviously is an outlier in the film industry. Like it blew the hell up. I think I watched it like 3 times maybe in 3D.
I think I've only watched it once,
mind blown.
It was cool.
It was very cool. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the first part of THGS. The multiple choice is over. Do you want to get a score update from yourself here, or do you want to go in blind and just find out how you did at the very end?
Give me a score update, but I feel like I got like 4 wrong, maybe, or something.
Yeah, so you got yourself 20.5 points out of the multiple choice. So you are tracking to beat Australia's John O'Peck, his score of 32.5 if you keep this going. So what do you reckon? Did we want to have a quick pause while I talk about one of our sponsors, and then we'll get into the rapid fire?
Sure, let's do that.
All right. Now, I need to take a second, listeners, to tell you that this episode of The Hungry Game Show is brought to you by our new partners over at Manscaped, the leaders in below the utility belt grooming. By now, you all know about the Perfect Package 3.0 kit, which is chock full of essentials to keep your trusty whip polished and ready. It all starts with Manscaped's answer to Eddie's golden gun, the Lawnmower 3.0, complete with advanced skin-safe technology via way of its patented ceramic blade, which will have you safely slicing your way through the jungle vines in no time. And they aren't finished yet. It also comes with a ton of other liquid formulations to round out your grooming routine. Some of these liquid tools for your family jewels include the Crop Preserver and anti-chafing deodorant for your turret. This is a total game changer. Seriously, gents, why you're not already putting deodorant on the smelliest part of your body. Next up is the Crop Reviver, a spray-on ball toner that not only refreshes your riot shield, but also gives you a nice little armor boost. The Perfect Package also comes with a nifty travel bag, disposable shaving mats, and a set of the comfiest anti-chafing boxes you've ever worn. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code 8bit at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com using the code ATEBIT. Remember, people, nobody likes a messy, dirty, hairy controller. All right, let's get into rapid fire. Question number 1. What is the game engine that Uncharted 2 Among Thieves runs on?
They're not multiple choice anymore, are they? I think it's called... it's called like... I don't think it's called Naughty Dog 2.0, but it's whatever their engine is 2.0. I'm going to go Naughty Dog 2.0, I guess. I can't remember.
I'll give you that. It's called the Naughty Engine 2.0. So
Naughty
I think
Engine
close enough's good enough there.
Yeah.
How many players, including yourself, are in cooperative multiplayer?
3 total.
That is correct. In competitive multiplayer, what is the maximum amount of total players within a match?
I think it's 10. It's been a while.
10 is correct, so 2 teams of 5. Question number 4. What was the original working subtitle for Uncharted 2?
Oh, I feel like I've heard this one.
It's pretty silly, but it's great.
Give me the 50-50 then, the hint.
Okay,
if
so
you can.
you're going to utilize the 50-50 lifeline to get a nice hint. So, it references intrigue and another word for like awesome. It's 4 words. The first word is something, and then it's and. So it's something.
It's Uncharted 2 and then 4 words.
Yeah. And the first word is something.
Oh, the first word is actually something.
The first word is actually something, yeah.
Okay.
And then it's this third word is and then the fourth word is something. So I need the second and the fourth words to make that little statement, that little working subtitle.
I have no idea. I got no idea. I think I might just have to pass. I don't know.
I'll give you. How's this for a hint? So I'll give you the second word. So it's something mysterious and what?
Something I mean, like something mysterious and dangerous. I don't know what it would.
That your final answer?
I mean, that's not right, but I don't know what the answer is.
It is something mysterious and cool.
Okay.
Something mysterious and cool.
I wasn't that far off.
Not that far off. Next question. How many hidden collectibles are there in the game?
Oh, jeez. I've done this twice now, haven't I? It's like 100... 101. Or, oh no, maybe it's like more than that. I'm going to go 101 though.
You're going to go 101? That is correct. So there's 100 treasures and 1 strange relic.
Jackie Dexter thing, yeah.
In his introductory scene, Harry is wearing a shirt that has the letters NDI on it. What does that NDI stand for?
Naughty Dog Industries, I think.
That.
Or yeah, just Industries.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It's Naughty Dog Incorporated. I think that's pretty
Incorporated.
close. You see those letters also too on Nathan Drake's gun holster. Question number 7. There are multiple references to various Naughty Dog employees that can be seen in the game. Name at least one of these references.
To employees. I don't know if I know this.
I can give you the... So, you see some of these references in Chapter 2 and also in Chapter 5.
Okay, so would it be in the museum? Or like, not the museum, like when they're doing the heist? Is that what happens to? Chapter 2, the heist?
So it's Chapter 2, yeah, Breaking and Entering is what the chapter's called. And Chapter 5 is Urban Warfare. So there is references to various Naughty Dog employees in those chapters. Where or what are those references on?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think if it would be dialogue or something, but if it's like a picture, I assume there's a lot of, there's like, you enter this like room that has like, it's kind of like a back room, you have to do like a power breaker on. I assume there's like artwork in there with someone on it, maybe?
Final answer?
I mean, I don't know what else it would be.
Okay, so in Chapter 2, there's actually scattered newspapers on the ground listing level designers, background artists, and QA testers as wanted felons. And in Chapter 5, there's several movie posters scattered around the level for fake movies starring various Naughty Dog employees as well.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, question number 8 in the rapid fire. Victor Sullivan's private Grumman G21 Goose seaplane is named the Hog Wild. What previous Naughty Dog franchise is this in reference to?
Hog Wild. It's to do with the Crash Bandicoot levels, I think. There's like a level related to that?
I'll give you that. It is named after a level called the Hog Wild in Crash, where you are riding a piggy crazily through the game. Question number 9. Who is the only character in the series who doesn't speak, even in the subtitles?
In the whole series, this isn't just number 2, this is everything.
So it's predominantly tied to number 2 though, but it's the only character throughout the whole series, but you meet them in number 2.
Doesn't talk.
And by doesn't speak, I guess you could say, you know, words don't get translated, so you don't really know.
Okay, so
what.
So it's Tenzin's words don't get translated as far as I know. So Tenzin?
That is correct, it is Tenzin. Question number 10. This one's a little off the reservation. Lead writer Amy Hennig got a big break when she was hired as lead designer on what title?
I would say Uncharted 2.
She did do a very fantastic job with Uncharted 2, but she actually got her big break as lead designer on Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City. The previous designer pulled the pin, and she was just working as sort of an associate. Said, "I'll take this," and the rest is history. So,
yeah, definitely didn't know that one, but you know, I thought if you were gonna ask something like post Naughty Dog stuff, I would be like, "Oh, she worked on like the Star Wars game, that kind of stuff." But no, you went before.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Maybe I'll give you a half a point there for the post stuff that you're familiar for there. Okay, question number 11. While exploring the ancient temple once housing Schaefer's expedition, Nate comes across a horde of inhuman creatures best resembling what mythical beasts?
Yeti.
That is correct. Uncharted 2 is the only game in the series that allows players to use non-lethal methods against their enemies, should they decide to use what?
Oh, I guess like the dart gun.
The Tranquilizer Dart Gun?
Tranquilizer Dart Gun, yeah.
I will give you that. Okay, question number 13. So we've got 4 questions to go. You are out of lifelines, and you're on a pretty good pace to potentially dethrone Jono Peck. Okay, question number 13. On the first page of the diary that Nathan Drake possesses is a photo of Drake and Sully in Costa Rica. What quote is written under the image?
Oh no. I wish it was multiple choice, then I might get it. God, I need to look at that diary more. As I replayed it, I just like didn't look at it at all. I really don't know. I don't know what that could be. I'll pass.
You'll
I don't
pass. The first
Yeah.
word starts with F. Don't know if that will help at all. It's 4 words.
It's 4 words. I don't know. Tell me what it is. I'll probably maybe recognize what you say.
Fortune favors the bold.
Yeah.
In the German version of the game is a reference to Adolf Hitler, which was replaced with another person. Hang on, I'll reword that. In the German version of the game, a reference to Adolf Hitler was replaced with whom?
This is hard.
He is no longer living, this war criminal. Obviously, they reference in the English version where you get Adolf Hitler, we get what, Genghis Khan, Pol Pot.
Oh. Interesting.
So for the German version, they didn't want to frown upon Adolf Hitler, and they replaced him with another modernish war tyrant.
I think would it be like Stalin or like? I guess like Putin would be kind of too modern, but not that I call him. I don't know.
He's no longer living, and
You said that.
Yeah, no longer living. It's not Stalin, but that's all I'm saying.
It wouldn't also be another German person, I would assume. War.
That's correct. It's not another German person. Five seconds.
Nah, just leave it.
Just leave it. It's Saddam Hussein gets the call up as the evil visionary spiel, I guess, if you want to call it that in that situation. So, yeah.
I never played the German one, but yeah.
Yeah, me either. But I thought that was interesting. Okay, question number 15, the penultimate. In chapter 24, The Road to Shambhala, if you attempt to punch Harry Flynn, he will counterattack. If you keep trying to punch him, what does happen?
I would assume he shoots you. I don't know if he ever did that though.
That is correct. He does indeed shoot you.
I'm a good player. I do what the game wants me to do.
Okay, and the last question of the Hungry Game Show episode 12. At the end of the game, what does Drake say that scares him the most?
Clowns.
That is indeed correct. It is clowns. And for a bonus half point, just to make things fun, can you tell me what he would have put Elena almost dying at? What did he score her at out of 10?
Because clowns being 10.
That is correct.
I can't remember. I'm just going to go like 5.
Ooh, it is incorrect. It's actually 4.
Oh, wow.
You were very, very close on that one. And I'll just...
How scared were you that I was going to die?
4.
4?
Yeah, why?
A 4.
Yeah.
You were at least an 8.
An 8?
You were a total 8.
An 8? Those Guardian things were an 8.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, those were terrifying.
What's a 10?
Clowns?
Clowns over my death?
I hate clowns. I hate clowns.
Oh my word. You thought I was dead.
No.
No, you thought I was gone.
No,
Yes,
no.
you did.
No, I
saw
had you all
shed
along.
tears. You shed a bunch of them.
Tears? It was raining.
No, it was not.
You were unconscious and it was
It
raining.
was totally sunny out and you were bawling.
It wasn't sunny. You were unconscious.
Whatever. I kept your tears in a jar. I have proof.
I'll give you 5. How's that?
Ooh, you know
5.
what?
5.
You know what? The half point is back. The half point is back. Mate, that is that's phenomenal actually. The pivot on the soundbite saved you through.
There you go.
I would have accepted both answers now I think about it after listening that back, but that is beautiful, mate. I've tallied up the score here. Did you want to see how you fared?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so in current last place, Salim the Dream is on 21 points. In second last, Andrew Clayton is on 27. Third last, Reese Kirby's on 28.5. Equal seventh, Miss Ellie Hart and Jack Cruiser on 30. Standalone sixth, we see Subpar Lover on 30.5. And in outright fifth right now, we're talking about Jono Peck who is on 32.5 points. And mate, I've got to say, with that final half a point, you have made things very interesting. And I'm going to have to go with this one. You actually tied with John O'Peck on 32.5 points because of that last half a point where Nathan Drake himself gave you the extra point by pivoting under pressure to get you 1.5 on the final question. So
that's nice though.
My goodness gracious, 32.5. So you are sitting there in equal fifth with Australia's John O'Peck. Mate, that was phenomenal. I thought you did really well, especially on some of the deep dive stuff. How do you think that went?
I think it was pretty good. I feel like it's one of those things where, especially at the time that I played it, I wasn't as much into looking into that background stuff. And I guess a more modern game, I might know more from like listening to podcasts of people talking about the development process. But then when Uncharted 2 came out, when I played it, I feel like I wasn't as aware of a lot of those deep cut kind of stuff, like the German version being swapped out, that kind of stuff. But
yeah, there was a couple of little swerves in there. Sort of tried to balance a little bit of the easy, just real common stuff that anyone that's played the game for 10 minutes would know, but also get out in the weeds a little bit with it, with a few sort of swerves. But
the quote ones are hard as well when you're trying to like getting a specific set of words. I'm like, I don't know what this.
Yeah, especially I guess because it's said in my tone as opposed to the character saying them too, so you probably lose a little bit of the enunciation or the nuance and the delivery of it. But mate, 32.5 sets you up in equal fifth. I don't know how we're going to sort of tie break you two. We might have to sort of come back and do some kind of sudden death thing with you two against a particular game. But mate, thank you for stopping on by the studio. Anything you want to say before we maybe close this episode up for another few weeks?
No, I mean, nothing too much. Just follow me on Twitter if you want. That's where I normally am. Jared Trail on Twitter, and buy Reverie and buy Triggerwitch when it comes out.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Buy several copies of both of those games.
Yes.
And yeah, be sure to follow Jared on those socials at Jared Trail. But mate, it has been an absolute pleasure having you here in the studio. Doing battle. I think you won that war against Uncharted 2 Among Thieves. Yeah. 32.5 points, mate. Really, really well done. But until next time, 8-Bit Nation, it has been our pleasure to bring you all the infotainment here in the Hungry Game Show studios. Much love, and may your answers be true.